night. Well, hello and welcome back for the second game of the night now, as we are going to have the Vancouver Void up against the Buffalo Lake Effect. Hoping for a good game here, and I think the records put us in a position we could have one, but we will have to see. As you can see, both teams are 0-4, only one spot apart in the bottom three of the standings. You can also see 2 Game 5s and 2 sweeps for Buffalo, while for Vancouver, only 1 sweep, but also only 1 Game 5, as they have 2 4-game losses. Moving over to the weekly schedule, you can see 1 game filled in, a 5-game series from this last Sunday, and 4 games left to be played. I think that top game should be your game of the week, and just like for Prism, it will be played tomorrow night. Moving then over to our standings, you can see 3 teams at 4-0, 3 teams at 0-4, creating a symmetry on these standings. And then also 1 team at 3-1, 1 at 2-2, and then a couple in the middle at 2-3, again following Sunday's series. Moving over to our stats then, Koala, the new player on Vancouver, as well as the key player for them, although I think Corinth, probably the one to watch, just with less games played. Over for Buffalo, it will be Zilch. A couple stats going over to Neo and Mew as well, but we'll see. Then, of course, your team averages are in favor of Vancouver with a 4-2 split, with shots and saves being the ones going the way of Buffalo, which is very odd. Usually, a team will lead like 5 of them, and then saves or maybe demos will go the other way because, you know, one team's more aggressive. As someone messaged, one of the managers messaged me the lobby wasn't up, but the other team is in my lobby, and so I'm confused by that. But I guess something. He probably typed it in wrong, but I don't know. Either that or we both made the same mistake, which would be incredibly impressive. I'm not going to lie. Not sure there's much else I can say about that. But yeah, looking at this matchup, I was saying that usually like one team will be more aggressive, one will be more defensive. And so one will lead most of the stats and then one will lead defense because they're kind of trapped there. But in this one, probably because they're more even with each other, it ends up that shots go the way of Buffalo, but the actual goals and therefore assists will end up going the way of Vancouver anyway. So I think that's kind of interesting, but I think on the season, Vancouver have better results, and I think I have to predict in their favor in this matchup, as we do have both our teams in, and so we are ready to go here for our second game of the night. We are going to have the Vancouver Void in blue and the Buffalo Lake Effect in orange. I didn't fully get a prediction out. I'm going with Vancouver, and I'm going to go with a 3-2 because I believe in the closer series. We are going to have Mew sitting out game 1 with Base Nectar in the lobby, and we are going to have Koala not in for game 1 for Vancouver, I believe. I'm not sure if we have everyone available. I know all 4 joined for Buffalo, and Koala is also in the call for Vancouver, so I would imagine we could see subs for both sides, but that's going to be a strong start for Buffalo, as Neo will play it away. Base Nectar gets the doink. It goes all the way downfield, and that's goal number 1 on the board for the Lake Effect. And so while I think Buffalo have been a team that has very clearly struggled, they have put up some strong results. And I think it's safe to say that against what has at least shown so far to be a weaker team also in Vancouver, definitely a game they could show up and could get that win in. Again, as I mentioned in the Discord, this is the halfway point for both of these teams. And in the current format, obviously, even if you get bottom 4, you aren't immediately eliminated, as then you still end up playing in that play-in. But still, especially for the sake of seeding, You want to get as high as you can. You don't want to have to play in that play-in. And so you want to get that confidence around your roster and start chaining together those wins. And you aren't going to have many chances better than this one. Obviously, neither of these teams have played KC. That would probably be your better one or your other best opportunity. But even then, I think Mers is back now. So that team will likely pick it up a couple steps. But, of course, we haven't seen them play, so we will see. Minute 40 played here. Still only that one goal on the board. We'll see which way it goes from here, as it's just going to be a fake, a missed aerial, and a goal for Vancouver. Arrow slams it downfield, tries to jump at it again, but doesn't even need to hit it because Neo can't get there in time. And so it's a tied up game, 1-1. And now we'll see where we go from here. Of course, Vancouver, if you watched 2 weeks ago, you would know none of these players. Obviously switched out 2 of their 4 I guess you'd know Arrow. But they switched out 2 of their 4 players, bringing in Corinth and Arium before last week. And then before this week's game, Boomer ends up retiring, and so they bring in Koala, who's their waiting 4th. So in the last 2 weeks, 3 out of 4 players on this Void roster have switched out. So definitely a lot of question marks around what level we're going to see and how much they can step it up with this new roster. But I mean, all we've seen so far is another loss, so it'll be interesting to see as we have crossed the halfway point. Still tied up at 1. Arium trying to bring it back. It'll go up towards the ceiling, now dropping back down. Corinth able to pre-flip it off the left wall, but Base Nectar's there to dunk it back down. Arrowblade now out to the side. Zilch will get the touch forward. Dropping down again, 50'd up by Arrow. He'll follow it himself. He'll get a touchdown. Neo already in the air, though. He'll go to the back wall. Who's there to follow? Zilch goes, but Corinth has it first. And Vancouver will break the line. Neo trying for another clear. Up in the air, bouncing down towards center. Zilch going for a 50. Arium will get it away. Now this one out towards the right side. Dropping in, it's Base Nectar around the corner. Arrow looking for a clear out. Corinth will get it down to the other side. End to end we go. Been a while since we've really seen any shots on target. But both teams very much alive in this game for now, as we're under 90 seconds left to play, and we're still tied up at 1. Arium looking for a bump there. Won't find much. Corinth now a big clear downfield. That's up off the bar. Arium diving in. Crossbar again. Arrow tries, but Neo gets a save. Some of the first direct shots we've seen in a while, but this time Buffalo were equal to it. They managed to keep it away. And this one again stays even for the moment. And we're now below a minute left to go. Corinth, though, going to force it down again. Zilch, that one could get away from him, but Base Nectar's there to help him out, and he will get it all the way downfield. Arium now trying for a quick touch. Will get it up wide. Could be awkward on the bounce, though, as Neo's already on it. Neo now a 50 in front, but no one's close enough to shoot. Zilch will try. Corinth misses. It's off the post. Another misses, but the next shot is wide as well. Plenty of chances for Buffalo to score it, but they can't force it through. And so under 30 seconds left to go, we're still even at 1 until finally Zilch gets through. Not as easy as the other chances, but this is the one they take. Zilch pops it on target, arrows backwards. And so Buffalo will once again jump in front. 20 seconds left to go. Corinth's shot, Base Nectar saves. Out towards the side again. Arium not going to connect on it, and Zilch will get a long clear downfield. 10 seconds left to go. This one shot, it'll go just wide. Rolling down to 0. The clock will run dry. Vancouver will not get their way back into this game, and they will start down in the set. Buffalo are going to get outshot 7-4, but they'll outscore them 2-1, and they played ahead of the pace for the majority of the game. And so as we get ready now to roll on towards game number 2, it will be Vancouver who will need to get a response. We'll see if we see any subs, as a little bit surprising. So far, it seems okay. So both subs have joined, or both fourth players have joined. Neither left for a while, but now, as expected, we do have both Arrow and Base Nectar dropping out. And so even though Buffalo won, they're also going to make a change. And so as we go to game number 2, we got main rosters on both sides. Mew trying to get it away. I think the biggest change is maybe, well, I mean, I guess who's getting subbed out. Because I think they had main roster exclusively for their last series, so maybe it would have been different. But Boomer had played every game for Vancouver. And so if Koala's going to get subbed out most often, then that might be a change from how we see it run. Also, with the KC we've seen so far, I absolutely disagree. But we haven't seen KC play with Mers. I think KC and Buffalo were somewhat even, but I think it was like Vancouver and Buffalo. It was like Vancouver, small space, Buffalo, larger space, the KC we've seen. But, you know, again, KC with Mers is a different beast. But hey, that's a better start for Vancouver, as it is 1-0 already. Mew tries to pop it off the corner, but Corinth dives in like Huntu last series and just slams it in from the corner. Yeah, pre-Mers, absolutely not. KC, it was kind of a gap to them on the bottom. Yeah, this one centered out again. Koala looking for a bounce out, and Neo will get the send away. Corinth now trying to play it across. Zilch will get it downfield. Dropping in again. Neo now off the corner. Drop down into him. He'll pop it right back up in the air, and now cleared the other way again. Mew off the side. Corinth having to circle around. He'll get a catch. Now flicked forward again. Shot towards the net. Mew's there for a save. Koala, though, is there to follow it up. 2-0. Vancouver extend. And so it's a multi-goal lead for the Void. A minute and a half in. They'll lead by 2, although Zilch on this one. First shot's high, won't get a second, and Mew can only get it to the corner. By the way, I do appreciate that Buffalo chose the Shopify decal as their sort of team jersey. As Zilch hits a shot, obviously the only one not wearing that jersey, but hey, he's looking pretty good, and he's still scoring anyway, as it's a 1-goal game. Zilch from the midfield slams it home. But obviously, Neo, Mew, and Base Nectar are all running the decal. That's pretty cool. And it's a pretty good choice as well. This one's rolled back. I think we've seen the same thing. In the past, like, we've seen Luxor run with the Falcons decal. So, teams do it. That's pretty cool. As up in the air, Neo gonna knock this one down towards the net. Zilch diving in. It'll get saved away, but Neo bangs it back in. Looking for a read. Arium, a great save. That'll go wide of the corner, but Mew's still there. Koala looking to get it out to the side wall as Vancouver look for a clear. Not going to be a whole lot on it. Couple players dive. It stays even. Mew now will go next, though, and he's uncontested. Mew down to the corner. He'll get over one, looking for a 52 dive, but they do get it by him. Looking for another one, but Arium takes it away. Corinth trying to take control. I think if anything, in the last 30 seconds here, we've seen Vancouver be very on top of each other. Maybe some coordination to work out, but hasn't worked against them too severely, because Arium gets another shot, and it's 3-1. Eventually they break out. Corinth puts it high, but Arium's there to send it through. And so with just over 2 minutes left to play, it's a 2-goal lead for the Void. And now Buffalo will need to get some back, and they likely don't want to wait too long to get it started. Obviously in the last game they were tied for quite a while, but for the rest of the game, they were playing from in front, got that first goal, got that late lead, and just were able to carry those through, giving up one in the middle, but never conceding a lead. So Now that they're several behind. And the question is, can we see them pull it back? Or will Vancouver just be able to ice this game out? Corinth tries to play it towards the center. They'll get another touch up high, but it's way too high, and Neo can get that one cleared back to midfield. Koala will try to play it back in from there. It's missed by Mew. Arium trying to slow it down. He'll give it up to Corinth, but Neo will bang it away. Koala no backing up. Will just let it go. He'll try to play it back in, but runs low on boost and has to leave it to Mew. Neo now in the air, beat by Corinth. Down off the right side. Arium up. Gets the mid boost. Won't follow it, but Zilch's touch is a giveaway. Koala's shot is wide. Arium, though, leaves it. Corinth up off the backboard, looking for a bump. He'll get it, but the shot gets blocked. Koala now on it next. This one out off the corner. Arium there. It's wide. Under a minute left to go. Still a 2-goal Vancouver lead, and as the time runs lower and lower, it's looking more and more likely like they are just going to pressure this one down. Because so far, we have certainly not seen a lot of control by Buffalo as they're still down by 2. 30 seconds left to go. They finally break out, but it's short-lived because Corinth dribbles it all the way the other way. 20 seconds left to go now, dropping down towards 15. Vancouver look a little bit rough in the first game, but when the main rosters come in, they look a lot better this game. They build a multi-goal lead. They do not give it up. And as the time runs to nothing, Vancouver equalize the series. Pretty clean game, as they are this time going to outshoot them 10-5. So doubling them in shots and winning it by a couple. And so now as we get ready for game number 3, kind of surprising, but also kind of not, we're going to see a switch come through as it looks like Mew is going to drop out and Base Nectar is going to come back in. Now, I think this is a little bit bold because I would kind of expect that that would have been the main roster for Buffalo, but at the same time, they've played, I mean, last week they didn't have Mew. Game 1, they won without Mew. That I think it's safe to say, watching those 2 games, Koala has looked better than with Aeroblade. As case in point, Koala scores 8 seconds in. Neo misses that one. Then they just dunk it the wrong way. Koala slots the shot, and it's 1-0. But I mean, just in general, I think we've definitely seen more success and just more gameplay with Base Nectar over Mew. But I think player for player, that should be a downgrade. And so I think, if nothing else, it's just okay, that game didn't work, let's try something else. But I don't know if that's the right move. But we'll see, as there is still a lot of time left in this one, of course. And of course, Base Nectar has also looked pretty good. Already getting a goal in that first game. Neo gonna get beat to this one as it'll skip over him. Now left off, Zilch will bang it forward, looking for a dunk across, but it's popped away again. Now down off the corner. This one dunked back away. Koala trying to chase it down. It'll go wide to the side. Zilch now jumping in again. This one dropped away. Arium off the right wall. Neo will clear it downfield. Koala trying to jump in next. He'll get it out to the corner. Now drop down. Popped back out. Koala in the air. Won't quite get to it. Now off the side again. This one shot by Neo, but Koala's there for another save. Zilch trying to bang it in. It's wide. Corinth won't get a piece of it, but it's cleared away in the end. Base Nectar now looking for a center, as this is a pretty good push coming through for Buffalo. But as they still trail by 1, they will not be able to get a goal through there, as Koala now banging it down to the other side. Zilch will block it up high. Arium diving in. It's 2. 2-0. The Void double their lead again. A little bit too awkward for Buffalo, and they will be punished. As there's still a lot of time on the clock, but it's looking a lot like game number 2 so far. Corinth trying to pop this one up, but no quick follow-up, so he'll just spin around himself and now take control. Bang to the back wall, looking for the double down, won't quite find it. Zilch now on it again. This one doubled all the way down. Koala down off the ceiling. Now bounce back in. Base Nectar won't quite connect on it. Arium trying to make it awkward. It's still right at Zilch. Zilch now in the air. 50 even with Koala. Is there another shot? No, there is not. Neo can only pop it straight up in the air. And so as we approach the halfway mark of this third game, Vancouver have still looked pretty clean. I think a couple moments that we've definitely seen Buffalo get some push, but nothing that's been able to break through. And so we're still seeing a shutout, although we get a little awkward in the corner. They'll try to pop it in. Corinth will pop it up. Koala not able to get to it as he backflips. We'll jump for this one, though, and we'll have the touch. Neo on it next. Arium will make the save again. So again, another example. Buffalo are getting offense, but they aren't getting goals. And they're just going to give another one up on the other end. That's another goal for Corinth, as it is just cleared out towards center, and Corinth slams it downfield. No one's able to get back in time. And so it is 3-0. Koala trying to bounce it forward again. That one popped up off the bar. Corinth trying to pop it up. Now out off the corner. Corinth trying to keep it close. Down the sideline again. Koala will try to clear it forward. Looking for another shot. It's up off the back wall. Neo trying to get it away. Corinth looking for a catch. Now Zilch over to the left wall looking for another read. It'll be Koala to get a touch, and he'll get a dunk to go with it. Now back over towards the sidewall again. Zilch trying to get it away. Corinth towards the back wall, dropping down. Neo will get it cleared out. Koala looking for another center. Base Nectar on it. Now up the left wall. Arium drop down towards center. No one there. Zilch now on it again. Koala popping it up. Approaching 1 minute left to go. Still 3 goals the difference. So Vancouver again thus far have been able to hold on to their lead and just not give anything back over to Buffalo, but still a minute left to play. Could change that. They're looking for another clear down. Arium will put it on target, and Neo will have to block it wide. Koala now looking to drop it in. He'll center it out, but Base Nectar slams it from there. Corinth over to the left wall. That one dunked in, and all the way in. Neo gets the first goal of the game for Buffalo. And it's still a ways to go, but that's 1 of 3, as it's just a clean 50 from the sidewall. And it pinches straight in the bottom right corner. 40 seconds left to play. Definitely a long shot, but hey, at least it's hope. Zilch trying to pop this one out from the corner. He'll shoot it down. Base Nectar jumping. Arium takes it away. Another even 50 now. Up is Corinth. Won't make the play. Now Koala a bit awkward. Trying to wait behind it, but it's taken by Neo. Neo the double back, but no one has an angle to shoot it. So that'll waste away at the clock. Koala will miss this one, but again, no one's there to punish. 10 seconds left to go. It's cleared by Corinth, and the chance will evaporate again. Buffalo look like they might try to make a run, but they will not be able to finish it. The time reaches 0, and Vancouver have won 2 straight. 1 away from their first series win now, as they're going to outshoot them again, 13-8. So a little below the halfway or the double mark that they put up in the last one. But hey, good enough for another win. And so that is what matters for the Void, as they are now up to match point. 1 game away from closing down their first win of the season. But can they get it done? Or can Buffalo fight back as we load in to Utopia Coliseum for game number 4? Koala trying to get it away. It'll be Base Nectar with control, as we're going to see the same roster running it back for Buffalo. Neo now a shot, but Arium's there for the save away. Base Nectar, another one from the side, cleared out. Zilch puts it on. Koala can't pick it. 1-0. Buffalo get first blood, and they will play from in front for the first time since game number 1. Just a little bit of awkward defense, and the Lake Effect take advantage. Corinth, though, trying to take control, gets it towards the back wall, but it would have been high, and Zilch blocks it away. Bump comes through there, but Koala still beat by Base Nectar. He'll try to go, but Base Nectar's on it first. Another 50 now, one back into the orange half, but Neo will send it away quickly. Off the back wall, Koala off the left side. Zilch won't connect on that. Now off the back wall again. This one cleared down the side. Neo up in the air. Koala diving in towards the back wall. Corinth pops it up. Zilch will knock it back down. Now Corinth off the left wall. Arium trying to send it downfield. Base Nectar forward. Koala towards the back wall looking for it. Dropping down. Koala hits the post. Arium can't put it back in. 1 minute gone. Still a 1-goal lead for Buffalo. A role reversal of the last 2 games, but can Vancouver find that goal back, or can Buffalo just hold on to the control that we've seen? Corinth trying to force this one downfield, but it's cleared the other way by Neo. Base Nectar now off the backboard, but Zilch is beat by Corinth. Corinth now on it again. This is off the right wall. Arium won't connect. Shot is there, but it's wide. Corinth up off the sidewall. Arium already up. Off the backboard. Double down. A great save by Base Nectar, but he can't get to. 1-1. Vancouver tie it up. It was a great first save, but Koala has the putback. Corinth now off the right wall again. This one centered back down. Cleared off the corner by Base Nectar. Koala gets it downfield. All 3 are forward for Buffalo, but can Vancouver get a shot? No. This one, though, is out to Arium, and he can. 2-1. Base Nectar dives back for a good stop, but his team aren't back in time. Zilch is trapped in the corner. Neo is bumped by Koala, and it's a clean shot for Arium. 3 minutes left to go, and Vancouver have the lead. Koala now over to the right side. Centered out by Base Nectar. Now this one played away again. Zilch trying to tap it back. Neo up off the right side. Koala already trying to dive. Now Base Nectar off the right wall. Cleared away by Corinth. Down around the corner. This one centered out. And now Arium will backflip, but it's Koala already up. Now dropping down again. Base Nectar won't find a piece. Neither will Neo. Pass off the back wall, but well read by Base Nectar. And there isn't a shot there. Dropping down again, it's Koala up in the air. Neo waiting behind it. He'll clear it away. Arium now bringing it down. He'll look for a 50. It's out towards the side. Koala trying to get it in. Corinth to the corner. Corinth for the bump. Arium is there. 3-1. 2-goal Vancouver lead. Corinth is the wrecking crew, and Arium's the cleanup. 2 minutes to go and make it a 3-goal lead. Surely Koala is there to secure. A missed kickoff. Corinth hits the post, but Koala helps him out. 4-1. Under 2 minutes to go. It's a commanding advantage for Vancouver. Now down off the ceiling, Buffalo looking. They need to get the goal back soon. Well, Shade, the problem is it's spring. There ain't a lot of lake effect in the spring. So I think they're kind of just melting. As this one's centered back away, off the right side, Neo's trying to get there. Now Corinth down to the corner again. It'll bounce down, looking for a center. Arium is there. How about 5? 4-goal lead. 81 left to play. But at this point, it should be a formality because Vancouver look dominant here in game number 4. Pushed over to the side. Corinth won't get that touchdown. Looking to slow it down, but now Zilch will take it away. Koala, another one tapped out. Couple players missed, but Arium has time to turn around it. He'll look for another flick, but Neo dunks it in. 1 minute left to go. What do you mean, please, Tiger? You bet for Buffalo. Why do you want Vancouver to win harder? I guess is it like Cope? That even if you lose your bet, at least you got a Brazil out of it? This one now up in the air again, though. 45 seconds left to go. Okay. No Brazil, but a little bit of fight. Koala not able to get it. Arium a bit too slow. Neo gets it around him. 45 seconds left to go. Still 3 goals they got to make up. But it's at least a little bit closer. 40 seconds now as this one's just floating into the Vancouver corner. Arium trying to win a challenge. He'll get it downfield. Zilch trying to bring it out to the side. Pushed across again. Arium will turn. He'll shoot. He'll score. Who else? 4 goals for Arium and 6 for Vancouver. The lead is back up to 4. In case you had hope, it will not be long-lived. Vancouver bring the lead right back. 20 seconds left to go. And it's a stretch for Buffalo as Neo gets 50 off the post. Just because why not? 10 seconds now. There's a shot down. Okay. Again, they will try. Surely not enough time, but it's a chance. 3-goal lead, 11 seconds. Kickoff won though by Vancouver. Even if they don't score, that'll eat away at the clock, and that will do it. In a battle between 2 unwinning teams, Vancouver come out on top. And they look pretty good doing it, as they'll close it out in 4 games. By the way, since everyone stayed, I'll show the scoreboard. They outshoot them 11-6. And Arium has quite a game here, as they'll take this one down. And, I mean, pretty clean, all things considered. As I'm a little bit confused by the fact that no one is leaving or doing anything. The series is over, right, guys? I don't know if everyone lost count, but everyone stayed in. No one said anything. Buffalo all readied up. I'm like, guys, that's the end of it, right? But it is a win for Vancouver. We'll ask about an interview. And yeah, I mean, pretty well played on both sides. I think for Buffalo, some things to figure out. I still stand by. I don't know if it was the right choice to take out Mew, but again, they felt like it's what they should do, and so it's what they did. As we are going to have an interview, and so we will be back in just one moment. And we are back with Vancouver, a 4-game win, your first of the season. How does it feel? Even if you guys haven't been here long.
Yeah.
It feels good. This is for Boomer, bro. This is for Boomer. My God.
All for Boomer.
Boomer.
I can't endorse that. I can't endorse that.
Wow, Koala. You just got here.
Dude, Loki, we all just got here.
Yeah.
I got here like an hour ago.
I was literally saying that. I was like, wow, okay, the original one who's still here, the lowest guy.
I said at the beginning of the series, if you watched this team 2 weeks ago and then now, you would know just about none of these players. Arrow the one constant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking he might have to stick around. He's kinda
Yeah,
locked.
I like
Just
it.
maybe.
No, you guys locked in. Like once you guys started getting your rhythm down, it was awesome. You guys were killing it.
Dude, that it
Close
felt
to
good. It felt good.
KC.
Yeah, I don't know about that
There's good
one.
rotations.
I don't know about that one, but we moved past it.
The disrespect.
Yeah, that was crazy, but don't worry about it, I guess. As Ariam, I gotta ask, what happened in game 4? Are you just balling or what?
Yeah, I just had to unleash myself on the lobby. I had to end it.
Okay.
We
I
showed
was, I
him.
was not, I've lost the last 3 or 4 weeks in a row. I had to change that.
Right.
We showed him exactly how big an open deck could get by bumping everyone
Facts.
on the other
Yes.
team,
That's
I
true.
counted every hair.
and he appreciated
backside.
that.
It couldn't get any wider. If it did, he would miss.
Yeah, what do you guys think was the difference between that first game and then the rest of the series? Because obviously you guys have the sub come through, but what do you think changed about it?
I just
I think we're just
rotations were a
still
little
getting
faster.
used to each other, you know? We're just still not. We've only been a team for like 2 weeks, so we're just still getting used to each other. It took a minute to like be
Yeah.
actually warmed up, you know?
Fair.
Koala has better aerial mechs than I do. He's a little bit more control than I do. I know that, like, obviously, rank and playstyle wise, that Koala is going to be a little bit more of a fit to what they're expecting for speed and everything too.
Fair enough.
I knew as a former Prism player
Right.
that I could add my services for sure to this team.
Of course. Of course.
I think we also played physically in the other 3 games, so we weren't bumping as much in the first game, and it was hurting us.
Well, to be fair, after my first week, I think I was second in demos. So I'm sure I'm way behind now, but
Yeah.
We'll get you back.
I need to go look at the
Before you
stats, bro.
I mean, how many did you have? I have the stats. You have 17. That was a lot. Now, I think I should lead this towards Koala at first as well, as next week you guys are going to play up against Inchin. How do you feel about that matchup?
oh, let's go. I didn't know that. They're good. They're probably the best team in the league. You know, so there's things that, you know, but they're probably the best team in the league, so it's gonna be hard. But Smurfy's always good for a throw every once in a while.
I mean, tell them it's a playoff game. Might get it just the other 3 on the roster.
Facts.
Might not have to worry about it.
They might
We'll
not
put 'em to
even
sleep
show
ourselves.
up, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Tell them it's a playoff game, and they don't have 4 players anymore. They just got their 3, so that's a step. But
yeah, I don't know. It's, you know, he's got a couple tricks and he's pretty decent at them, but you know, there's ways to fight it.
fair enough. And I think that's about all I have for you guys. So, first I will mention that Shade seems offended that you called Inchin the best team and not Madison. I will mention that.
There's 3 of them undefeated at this point. I mean,
True.
Yeah.
I mean, Inchin and
What
Madison
are-
play
what
each
are-
other tomorrow. Prove it.
exactly. So we'll find
Yeah,
out.
but-
Yeah, I say between
We'll
the 2 of
find
them,
out
we'll
who's
find
the
out.
best team.
It's one of those cases where you're rooting for one and maybe betting on the other. You know?
Fair. Well, I guess we'll see, as I do think that now is about all I have for you guys. So, congratulations on the win, and good luck next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, Doggo. Thanks for casting.
Of course. All right, and that will do it for our night. Again, we are going to have 2 games tomorrow night with Inchin Madison at 9 p.m. and then Lincoln Chicago at 10 p.m. Both should be good series. We hope to see you back then. But your final score here, one last time. Vancouver 3, Buffalo 1. And so Vancouver are finally on the board. We'll see how that momentum keeps up for them. But that does it for tonight, and we'll see you back tomorrow night for more Week 5 action.